taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
I am so delighted. I am so grateful to Mr. Tilola and her team, to Pastor Tilola as well. Thank you, Mr. Benga, for your session. Thank you to our guest speaker for our session as well. And if you would agree with me, Mr. Enoch had a splendid, his session was fantastic. Just like Mrs. Tilola said, I learned so much from Mr. Enoch's session personally, and I'm happy to be here today. Thank you. So, I need to comment that every time you see Mrs. Tilola, two things stand out to me: consistency and energy. She was in Nigeria, she was doing this. She's gone out of the country and she's still doing this. Consistency, energy at its best. Thank you so much, Ma, for all you do for us. Thank you for bringing us all to this platform to be blessed and to be a blessing to us. All right, so my topic for today is who am I? Who am I? And it's, when I saw this topic, I asked myself, where do we start from? Who am I is like asking God, who is God? Because we're all created in the image and in the likeness of God. But in this very short time, I'm going to try to put it into something very relatable to each and every one of us. So who am I? This is a question that we all ask. Everybody asks it. I ask it. I'm sure Mr. Tilola asks it. And particularly for our young ones, at any point in your journey in life, you're going to be questioning yourself. You're going to ask yourself, why am I here? Who am I? Why am I this? Why am I that? Why was I born here? Why are my parents like this? Why am I in school? Questions, life is full of questions. And like Mr. Enoch said, that's science. Asking questions and discovering things. And so asking yourself, who am I, is actually science in itself. Trying to discover your identity, your image, your personality, your traits, and all of the above. So this is a question that speaks to our identity, it speaks to our purpose, it speaks to our roles and responsibilities in life. Okay, so, yeah, like, who am I? Everybody asks the question. One thing we must understand is you're not alone. I ask it as much as Mr. Tilola is older than me, and she asks the question. I'm a bit older than you. I ask the question. The person younger than you is also asking the question. So it's a thought for all of us. Who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? And if you answer the question today, I assure you in the next 2 years, when it's time to make another decision, the question will come up again. So it never stops coming up. And so today I want to navigate the answer to who am I to one point. So that at every point in life, when life throws you that question, or when you ask yourself that question, who am I? You can come back to one point. What's that point? Okay, well, yeah, I'm looking at a couple of screens. A lot of times, before I get to that point, a lot of times we define ourselves by our role. We tell ourselves that I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a doctor, I'm an accountant, and all of that. That's good. However, it's not sustainable because at various points in life, our roles will change. Our positioning would change. Things will change. You were a sister today, and tomorrow you become a doctor, tomorrow you become a wife or a nun. If it changes, does it mean that you change? Does it mean that your personality changes? Do you change today because you're angry and so you're an angry person, but tomorrow you're happy and so you're a happy person? Our roles and responsibilities change in life, and so we cannot comprehensively define ourselves by those roles. And that's why I'm going to bring everything down to one point today, okay, to who we are. And for us to know who we are, we need to go to the very beginning. And who knows what's at the beginning? All right, let's see what's at the beginning. Okay, what's at the beginning? In the very beginning, one thing, God. I'm thankful that this platform is a Christian platform, and so I'm permitted to talk about God. In the beginning, God. That sounds so heavy in my mouth, but in the beginning, God. So for me to know who I am, for you to know who you are, we need to go to the beginning of creation. We need to go to the Creator who created all of what we see today. In the beginning, God. And somewhere in the process of creation, God created the heavens, the earth, waters, and seas, and skies, and all that we see. And somewhere in the process of that creation, God thought about you. He said, let us make man in our own image. That blows my mind. Like, seriously, you, everyone you know, we're all created in the likeness and in the image of our Father in heaven. In the beginning, God. That's awesome. That's the beauty of life. So in your very beginning, in knowing who you are, in the very beginning of your existence, the thought that brought you to be was a thought from God Almighty. Let that sink in. Rest where you are right now, your chair, on your sofa, and just let that sink in. Like, seriously, in the beginning, God thought of me, and he said, let us make Sope, let us make Timothy, let us make Janet in his own likeness and in his own image. And so, I am the likeness of God. You are the likeness of God. Let that sink in again. In the beginning, God. In the beginning, God. God created you and I. And so when life throws various questions at us, remember that in your very beginning, at your very beginning, at the essence of who you are, is the power and the likeness of the creator of the universe. Let that sink in at any point you have to make a decision. You were created in the likeness of God. You are a child of God. You are loved by God. What else can be better than that? What technology can be better than that? What iPhone, what job, what role and responsibility in life can be better than the fact that you are a child of God? And to know more of yourself, you need to know more of your maker. Okay? Every time we want to understand how our phone works, how our life works, we go to the manual. We get to read the manuscript that comes with our telephones, our microwaves, our gadgets. And so we get to understand the intent of that item. And so, same way for us to know who we are more, we need to go to the manual of our creator. We need to go to the core, what our creator has written about us, to express ourselves more. And so, moving forward, from this standpoint, we can begin to navigate life. So you can stand from wherever you are right now, either as a student, you're looking for a job, you're transitioning school, you're transitioning classes, you're transitioning courses, at whatever point you may be. You're working, you're a son, you're a daughter, you're a scholar, whatever it is, start from that point and look at it that I am in the creation and in the likeness of God. And so I can begin to navigate the turns and the situations that life may throw at us. From this understanding, like I said, we're able to understand our concerns, our fears, our setbacks. When we understand that we are created in the likeness of God, when life throws curved balls at us, like Mr. Enoch pointed out to us, we're able to take it in and make lemonade out of the lemons that life throws at us. You get that? I'm sure you do. So when life changes your pathway, when you have to change location, when you have to travel or go to a new school or be in diaspora or relocate to wherever you need to relocate in life, God, the creator of the earth, is everywhere. So when you get there, Mr. Benga said it as well, when you get to whatever situation and whatever country you are on the earth, your Father is waiting for you there. Your Father is waiting for you there. You are no stranger in anyone's land. But of course, we need to navigate it through emotional intelligence and social intelligence, like Mr. Enoch taught us and Mr. Benga talked about as well. But wherever you find yourself in life, your Father is going ahead of you. Okay? Yeah, good. Okay, so from this standpoint, we begin to navigate three very important topics today: self-esteem, friendship, and sexuality. Again, self-esteem, friendship, and sexuality. And right onto self-esteem. Who or what is your self-esteem based on? How do you see yourself? How do you carry yourself? What perspective and perceptions do you have of yourself? Basically, that's what self-esteem means. Self-esteem means you're asking yourself, who am I? Why am I here? How do I think about myself? How do I see myself? The way we see ourselves is the way people would ultimately see us. If I carry myself and I go out there looking down and looking defeated, it's going to be very hard for people to respect me. But when I know that, remember, I got a God, I got a Father that I'm in his likeness and in his image, I put a smile on my face. I put my head up, I put my shoulders leveled up, and I walk life like I'm a child of God. Like, nothing beats that, friends. Nothing beats that. So who am I? Your self-esteem is about your opinion about yourself. Oftentimes, we're mistaking our self-identity to be described or dependent on what we have. So today, my father is rich and so I'm happy. Tomorrow I don't have money and so I'm down. And I failed the course today, so it means I'm a failure. My friend left me, it means that I'm not good enough. Dear loved ones, that's not who you are. Your self-esteem isn't based on what you have, what you don't have, what circumstances come your way, what your friends think about you, money or no money, car or no car, phone or no phone, laptop or no laptop, the latest dress or no latest dress. That's not what your self-esteem is based on. Your self-esteem is based on, remember, God, you in the likeness and the image of God. If we allow our self-esteem to be based on the things we see in the physical, it means that at every point, you're unhappy today, you're happy tomorrow. You can't keep living life that way. And so at every point, you're questioning your self-esteem. At every point, a friend or a situation, a failed course makes you question your self-esteem. Wait a minute, take a pause and we go back to our core. We go back to the very beginning, to our ever sure forever foundation. Who remembers that core? God, awesome. You remember. This excites me so much. It drives me every day to remember that with God, I am good. You can say that to yourself right now. You can type it in the comment section if you so wish. Say it to yourself, with God, Shokwe is good. With God, Tenny is good. Tenny, thank you so much for being a good host to us this afternoon. With God, I am good. With God, I am. You need to say that. You need to probably paste it on your wall somewhere. Wake up every morning and tell yourself, with God, I am good. Let's not forget that. Type that in and let's see that we're all together on this. And so it means that my self-esteem is my God-esteem. My self-esteem is based on my God-esteem. I'm nothing by myself. By myself, I am dust. By myself, I'm my fears. By myself, I'm my situation. By myself, I am my circumstances. But I am God's. And so my self-esteem is God's esteem. Always remember that, dear friends. Always remember that. Now to friendship very quickly. Friendship is basically a relationship between a couple of people, myself and yourself, myself and Mr. Tilola. As much she's a mentor, she's a mom, she's a senior friend, but if she permits me, I can say that over the couple of years, a friendship has developed. And we nurture it by the grace of God. There's respect here and there. And so so friendship is basically people you've allowed into your space to build a mutual understanding with. So I got your back, really, guys. If you have a friend today who hasn't got your back, please delete them, okay? Just the same way we delete things on social media and we say we don't want certain things. If your friend hasn't got your back, if you know you can't step out of a room without your friends talking negatively about you or whispering about you, that's not your friend. Let them go. Your friends should believe in you. They should comfort you. They should encourage you. They should be happy with your successes. Some people are ready to mourn with you. Oh, sorry, you failed that course. But the moment you're the best student in your class, they disappear. Your friends should be there for you in your good moment and in your bad moment. They should be excited for you. They should make you do good things. Life is better with friendship, really. We can't do life alone. There are so many things we need to do at times. At times, we are so limited to the information we have, but by having 2-3 people around you, more information comes your way. This program would have been boring if Mrs. Atilola had to speak all by herself. But with the network of friends she's had, she's brought all of us together to share ideas, to share thoughts. And here we are today delivering to you, meeting you, learning from you, you learning from us. Because she has brought us together and we can do life together. There's something she keeps saying at the end of everybody's session. This is an opportunity for you to interact with every one of us, for us to interact with you. And it's so true. Don't do life alone. You don't need to suffer. You don't need to go through hard paths. People have gone ahead of you. Connect with older friends, similar friends, and younger friends. Younger friends help you keep dreaming. When you see a child, you just hope again. You believe again. When you have your counterparts, they can gauge you. When you have those above you, they can correct you and show you the pathway. Don't do life alone, friends. Don't do life alone. Okay, so basically, make sure you stay with friends that respect you, that love you, that are honest and truthful and take you closer to God. If a friend makes you feel small, if they take you away from God and make you do wrong things, dear friends, please take them away, okay? Choose your friends carefully. We need to choose our friends carefully. We become more like who we associate with. The more you stay around a negative person, tendency for you to be a negative person. The more you stay around friends that talk about investment, finance, like our last speaker just did, Wonderfully well, Sarah. The more you are able to dream and build your finances. If you stay around friends that believe that money is a sin or you shouldn't make money and you should be poor, there's a tendency that you keep struggling in life and you have the financial literacy needed for your growth and development. Okay, so make sure you hang around good friends. And some of you may say, but nobody wants to be my friend. I don't have any friend around. I'm not certain how to be friends. The good book says, for you to have friends, show yourself friendly. So go out there and smile at someone. Take the initiative, okay? Be friendly. When you walk around, say hello and hi to someone. Have a smile on your face. Wherever you are right now, put a smile on your face, like a real smile. Have a smile on your face. Don't carry all of the burdens of life on you. No matter what you're going through, God is carrying the burdens already there, friends. And if you carry it too much, there's barely nothing you can do about it. But with a smile on your face, you will attract the right people that can counsel you through whatever you're going through. Okay? And in friendship, you need to learn to be patient and forgiving. We hurt one another. This has a lot for me to say. Earlier in the week, when she was having a conversation with us, she said, Sope, it's so hard to reach you. She's been trying to reach us on a couple of platforms, me and her, like, my schedule had been tight, and I had to apologize, and she had to forgive. So she's dealt with me with patience and care. So forgiveness is an exchange. Don't just blank out like your friends are like, no, I'm not going to take that. You're going to hurt them. They're going to hurt you. We need to learn to forgive one another and be patient and be caring one another. Do we get? All right. Quickly, we move on to sexuality. Remember, all of this starts from who we are as children and the likeness of God. And so because we are God likeness, we want to portray God in our friendship. We want to portray God in our identity. We want to portray God in our various responsibilities in life. As a student, as a friend, you want people to see God in you. Likewise, you want to ensure that the people around you are people that you can see God in. So that together you have a plan, like Mr. Enoch talked about. Together you're achieving the purpose. If you don't have a plan with common people, other people will pull you in their own direction. Okay, so sexuality basically is about our feelings, emotional feelings, our thoughts towards the opposite sex, and even towards similar sex as it were. So sexuality isn't just about sex, it's about the feelings and the intimacies and the attractions that come with it. So I may have a crush on someone, you may be preparing for a relationship, you may be thinking about marriage, you may be thinking about settling down, you may be currently in a conflict with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, as it were. All of those things are things that border around sexuality. Sex is intimacy. So sex is also a part of sexuality. Sexuality. Sex is intimacy. And just the same way we were created for a purpose, everything in life, like Mr. Enoch talked about, the food, the plate, the microwave, everything has a purpose. Same way sex has a purpose. If the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable, like we commonly say, and that's true. So like Mr. Enoch gave an example. If your plate had to tell you what to do, would you wonder, hey plate, when did you start talking back to me? Same way, if you take an object out of its place, you get to abuse it, or it gets to abuse you. So sex was made for the context and confines of enjoyment and pleasure in marriage. With sex, you're opening up yourself. You're saying, look into me, be one with me, come together, I'm one with you and you're one with me. And if you're not ready for marriage, ask yourself, are you willing to give all of that to someone you're not sure you're going to get married to? And even if you're sure you're going to get married to, you're not the owner of tomorrow. What happens tomorrow if on the day before the wedding something goes wrong? So until protocols are being followed, there are some things we handle with care. So we look at the mango tree. It has fruits on it, but it's not ripe. You won't say because it's a mango fruit, you would eat it. You would purge. You may probably end up in the hospital in an ICU unit. A child is born, and because the child looks like a human being, we think that the child is ready for university. Is that true? No. The child needs to grow, goes through various stages in life. And so everything has its time and its season. Feelings have their place. Sex has its place. We have our place in life, okay? So everything, remember time and season. If the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Some facts, it's normal to have attractions. We're created as emotional beings. I have feelings. I get hurt, I get to like someone gets to like me. That's absolutely normal. There's nothing wrong with that. It's absolute. God created you and I that way. Okay? We're created male and female as sexual beings. Sex is not a recreational activity. It's not going to the park. It's not having a phone. It's not taking ice cream. It's not eating pizza. That's not what sex is serious business for enjoyment at a particular place and time. All right? And our hormones will change at various times in life, and we need to understand and manage our emotions. No friendship at this point in life should involve sex. One of the reasons being that it changes the way we think if we do it before it's time. You become, someone else can blackmail you. You enter into a manipulative relationship if you're not careful when you enter into something before it's time. So I know that we're young ones out there. We see sex everywhere in our movies, on our phones. You're using even if you say you don't want to look at porn sites, on your email, you're looking at your mail and something pops up. An half-naked woman or guy pops up. It's everywhere. It's in the advert. It's everywhere. So our minds are often saturated by it, and we can easily get stimulated by it. But we need to guard our hearts. Please guard what you watch, guard what you listen to, guard where you go to. Because the more of something you hear, see, and say, the more of it you become. And if you're not ready for it, let's not expose ourselves until we are ready. If you want to learn within the confines of people that are saying it from the perspective from which it should be said. Okay? And a lot of times, some of us would say, we would smoosh and hug and do all of those funny things and still say, I'm a virgin. Virginity is beyond not having sex. Virginity is the purity of your mind and your heart and your spirit. It's in how you watch what you watch. It's in how you listen to what you listen to. It's in the language you use. Do you use vulgar terms? Do you use clean terms? So it's beyond just saying I didn't have sex or I had sex and all that. One of the reasons why we should wait for marriage or to wait for sex, one of the reasons amongst others, we honor God with it. We honor our maker. Somewhere in the scriptures it says, remember that we're made in the likeness of God. And somewhere in the scripture, the good book talks about the fact that our body belongs to God. Your body belongs to God, dear friends. Your body belongs to God. You can't give it to anybody just anyhow if it's not time for it. So you need to honor your family. You need to honor God. You need to free yourself of guilt. There are so many persons that pride themselves in body bags. I've done 10, I've done 15. Don't put yourself up for sample. You're not a product on the shelf of any supermarket that you know of. Okay? You're not a tissue paper that should be disposed of by anybody. Place value on yourself. Don't be sampled by anybody, and don't be sampling other people. See other people in the image and in the likeness of God that they are. Okay? You avoid the risk of STDs, and you learn the act of self-control. Listen, friends, in life, you need self-control. At your workplace, in marriage, at every point in life, you need to be able to tell yourself when someone angers you or gets you angry, you need self-control. When you want to say something that is not right, you need self-control. Sex is one of the ways you can practice self-control in life. All right? Michelle Obama said something nice. She says, there's no boy at this age that is cute enough or interesting enough to stop me from getting an education. If I had worried about who liked me or who thought I was cute when I was your age, I would be married to the President of the United States of America. Okay? So at every point in life, you should have something you're focused on. If your friends or associates will take you away from your focus, then probably you need to put them aside until you're ready. In this age and time, there's so many controversies as to sexual confusions out there. There's pornography, there's homosexuality. People are asking, gay, am I not gay? Should I convert? Should I not convert? I'm not going to get into an argument, but one point I want to state is, for every time you want to decide if something is right or wrong, being homosexual, being gay, being lesbian, ask yourself, was that the intent of the Creator? Was that the reason the Creator created us? Remember at the beginning when He created you and I, He made them male and female. Our organs differ for a reason. If you look at our anatomy, our organs differ so that they can connect. Remember, our organs and our being differ so that we can connect. Always ask yourself, what's the purpose for this decision I want to make? So don't be carried away by all of the pressures out there. Be careful about the books you read and what not and all that. Quick question and answer before we go on. Someone will ask you, can I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Well, already if you have a boy that is your friend, is your boyfriend. If you have a girl that is your friend, is your girlfriend. If you're asking this question, it means that you want to take it a little step further. So ask yourself, the thing I want to learn in that close-knitted emotional relationship, can I learn it by just being friends so that I don't hurt myself by getting entangled at this phase in my life? Someone asks, how do I divert my sexual feelings? Divert it by controlling what you see, what you hear, and what you say. So watch the movies you watch, the books you read, and all that. Dance, exercise, go swimming, go riding a bicycle, go cook, listen to a music, skip, do something. Do every time you're in that state where you're emotional, and it's normal. Particularly for ladies when it's ovulation period, or for guys when you're all headied up after seeing something, go and run, go and do some exercise, go and do something creative to burn out the energy, okay? You don't have to experiment. How can sex be good after marriage, but it's not good before marriage? Remember, a ripe mango has a time when it's ripe, and it has a time when it's unripe. Everything has its time and season. There's a time to be in primary school, secondary school, college, university, time to work, time to marry, time to, and all of that, times and seasons, okay? And there's someone listening to me and wondering, hi, Shokwe, but what if I've done some things I don't like? Dear friends, the most patient and loving person you can ever meet in life is God, your creator. At any point you are willing to change, run back to the arms of God. His arms are wide open to you. God never condemns us. He wishes that we all come to him to be loved and to be taken care of by him. So if you've ever made a mistake in your life, that's not the end of your path. Remember, you start from where God, go back to your Father, go back to your Maker, and your life can start afresh. That's never the end of you. Don't let anybody body shame you. Don't let anybody talk down on you. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of your past. Your past can be corrected in God. Okay? So don't beat yourself over it. Okay, in rounding off, some of the, you can read what's on the screen. Some of the questions we get to have, someone would ask you, if you love me, have sex with me. Tell the person, love is patient and love is kind. So be patient with me, okay? Someone else will say, you say you want to wait till married. Well, I want to get married to you. Really? You want to get married to me? Go talk to my parents. I'm not ready for marriage right now, but you could go talk to my parents and let's start the process, right? Good. And someone else will say, you're missing out. You're not missing out on anything. Mr. Enoch said something. Use technology. Don't let technology use you. So same thing with sex. You're not missing out on it. You have a whole lifetime to enjoy yourself, to have fun, to enjoy sex in marriage, and do whatever you want to do in the confines of it, so long as you're all in agreement with it. Be confident in your purpose. Be confident in your response to people that put you under control. And if anyone abuses you, please report. Don't tolerate abuse. Don't stay under the roof of anyone who hurts you. Don't stay under the roof of any uncle, auntie, father, mother, employer, employee who hurts you. Report. Call one of us. Find someone you can report. So abuse is wrong. Abuse hurts. Abuse destroys lives. Okay, make sure you're not abusing anyone, and make sure no one abuses you. In rounding up, okay, sex is not a proof of love, really. Sex is on the street. Everybody's having sex, so it's not a proof of love. Set boundaries in your relationships, okay? Be careful when you know that you're very sensitive. Don't let a handshake like Mr. Todola turn into a elbow shake, a shoulder shake, and your body starts getting touched. Okay, set boundaries in your relationship. Choose, always make the right choice. Ask yourself, what would honor God? What will make for a beautiful future for myself and my children and my people that will see me later on in life? What will make for those choices? My last page and my last notes for today. Take home notes, take home thoughts. You and I are in the creation of God. You and I were created in the likeness of God. At every point, life throws that challenge at you. At every time when you encounter that failure, at every time when you encounter that setback, at every time when you encounter that situation that brings bad thoughts or whatever, puts you in a box, at whatever turn you find yourself in life, remember, with God, I am good. With God, I am good. Your self-esteem should be rooted in God, because life will change. Many things will happen. But when we stay in the core, when we go back to our being, our maker, the founder of our lives, the creator of our being, we are sure. So your self-esteem should be and is in God Almighty. Choose your friends carefully, dear ones. Our friends influence us a big deal. Whoever you associate with, you're most likely going to be like them. Okay, so please pick your friends wisely, choose friends carefully, be sensitive with the friends you keep around you. Make sure you have the same purpose. They're making you do godly things, they're making you do good things. Don't be pressured to do anything. Don't define yourself by your situation. There's someone listening to me right now that is probably dealing with a failed course, dealing with a situation with a changed environment. Someone is asking you to compromise, and someone is asking you to do something that you know is not right. Don't define yourself by that situation. Have a bigger picture. Remember your God zone. Remember there's much more ahead of you. And so don't be confined by your current situation. Don't let anyone pressure you. Remember purpose and timing for everything. And together let's all say, I am good with God. I am good with God. You can write that in the comment section if you so will. Let's all say together, I am good with God.